Hi, my name's Louise and this is Plus One Baby. If you like free content talking about being pregnant and becoming a mum, then please like and subscribe to this video. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is I am now 35 plus 4 pregnant, so at 35 weeks pregnant, I'm getting pretty big, bumps moving around a lot, she's nearly ready to come out, but over the last few days it has been driving me crazy. My belly has got so itchy, and what do you think it is? It's stretch marks. Now if you're pregnant or you're soon to become pregnant, I'm sure that as a woman you are very, very worried about stretch marks, how they're going to look, how they're going to feel. Well, you know, it's quite a personal thing and some people might be a little bit embarrassed, but you should wear them proudly and think of them, I think of them as mummy medals. I tried to look up all of the different ways to best not get stretch marks. I read loads of blog posts, I read loads of forums, I tried to think about what would be the best products to prevent them, but now having already gone through 35 weeks of pregnancy, for me they have been unavoidable, so you shouldn't be worried about getting them. So what were the things that I did to prevent getting stretch marks? Well, I read a parenting book and one of the women in the parenting book said, oh, I recommend that you get something called sweet almond oil. And she said she used it every day and she didn't get any stretch marks. Well, as soon as I read that, I bought this sweet almond oil. It's very rich in vitamin E, so I think that's the main ingredient, because I think that's what a lot of the products that I have been using have in them. And I have been religiously putting on this sweet almond oil every single night, rubbing it into the bump. And in the beginning, up until about 25 weeks, I thought, oh, this is no problem. I'm not going to get any stretch marks, and I was feeling really, really good. And then one day my sister came to visit me and I said to her, oh, how's it all going? And she took a look, and right underneath on the bit where I couldn't see, I'd already started getting them. So it can't be helped. So after that, I decided that I needed to get maybe something else. So I was reading online, and even before I came pregnant, I'd heard that, you know, Palmer's cocoa butter was really, really good for kind of making your skin really, really elastic, stretchy, because, you know, your skin's being stretched from the baby. And I read this smooths the marks, tones the skin, keeps it really, really moisturised. And I started to use this a bit in the beginning, but since the itching, which has got out of control over the last few days, I have been putting this on religiously. I have been up all through the night. I've been waking up every hour and I have been trying so hard not to itch. So what I've been doing is I've been putting this on every hour throughout the night because it's really cooling. It helps to moisturise the skin, and it does help, first of all, and I'm sure I've been reading online that the more moisture that you put onto your skin and the more moisturised you keep it, then that's going to be a lot better for it. It doesn't really help the itching too much, but I'm continuing to use it anyway because when I put it on, it does give some relief. The other product, which is just a small sample, and it's also from Palmer's, and it's Palmer's cocoa butter with vitamin E, and it's specifically for stretch marks, but I got it from the the Emma's Diary Bump to Baby pack, so I'll do another video on those packs, but you should definitely get that if you haven't got that already. So this is only a small bottle, so I can't really say whether it works or not, but I have been using this as well. But like I said, last few days I have been trying so hard not to itch, and it's really getting a bit out of control. So I did some further research around what could I do to help cool it, because it's quite burning, and actually on the underside of my bump I have a little bit of a raised skin. I'll show you in a minute. So what I've done is I have heard that we all know actually aloe vera is amazing for keeping the skin cool. It's really, really good for sunburn and things like that. And it just really, really helps with this burning itchy that I'm getting on my bump skin. Some people, do not be worried about what you've heard about not being able to have aloe vera in pregnancy. You are not allowed to ingest aloe vera because of some of the ingredients in it. It's not very good for the baby, and I definitely would not recommend ingesting it. But to topical application and to put on your belly if you have, or your body if you have sunburn, or if you've got this crazy burning and itchiness, which is very common. I've been reading on a lot of the forums that a lot of women from around 34-35 weeks, their skin is really stretching out to the max now, and you really start to feel itchy. So don't be worried about it. So now I'm going to show off my mummy medals to you. So hopefully this amount of stretch marks that I have here that you can see possibly may make you feel better about the kind of stretch marks that you have, and also to give you an idea around, it's totally normal. I have quite a big bump. I'm actually measuring ahead a little bit for my size, but as you can see, it's totally normal. And you should wear your mummy medals proudly.